Welcome back, Diecast Outcast here. My name is Brian. Today we are working on a Corvette, which I believe to be a 1963, which is the only year of this split window Corvette. This would be the second generation, which they call a C2. I picked this up at an outdoor flea market, which I only paid 50 cents for this. And I also bought a couple other cars that I use for parts, and we'll see if we can kit bash this thing together. I don't know a whole lot about this casting other than it is an Ertl. It's missing a hood, and it was probably put out in the 80s. I really like this casting. I think that the proportions are correct. I like that it has a metal base. The body's well detailed, but there's a few things missing in it, and we're going to turn it into one hell of a hot rod. I drilled and tapped this off camera. I used a 256 screw. So upon first inspection, the body's in pretty good shape. Just the paint is worn off in places, but nothing is bent or broke, so that's good. The interior is good. The glass is scratched up, but I think we can fix it. We're going to cut that motor off, put something different on there. The base is metal, which is good. The wheels are horrible. The normal Ertl wheels that they put on everything. And this little Hot Wheels tea bucket was part of the deal. It's missing a wheel, and I think we will be able to use the engine and put it into place to the old. So I drill it out as well. Let's take it apart, see what we can do with it. And this is kind of what I had in mind. I know it's a little out there, but we're just having fun. We're going to paint the base, but before we do that, we're going to prep it. So I use a Scotch-Brite wheel on the Dremel tool and go over it a little bit. And we did the body in the stripper. It is Clean Strip brand. Works out pretty good. I haven't had any real issues with this stuff. Came out nice and clean, and we are going to file the front end down. It looks like it was play worn and ran against the wall a couple times, but we'll file it out, get all the little dents and divots out of it, and make it nice and smooth. There wasn't a whole lot of casting lines, so it was a good casting to start with. Ran the whole body over this Scotch-Brite wheel on the Dremel, and it is nice and smooth. So before we paint it, we're going to put the pieces together, make sure they fit nice and everything is nice and smooth. Now we're going to do the wheel swap, and I'm going to put some axle tubes in. This is an aluminum tube that I got from K&S. I'm not 100% sure on the side, but we're going to glue those in there so we can add some real riders to the mix. I saw these wheels on a premium casting, and I bought it and robbed the wheels off of it. It came from some kind of a superhero van or something. So before we get too wild to put this thing into paint, I went ahead and checked the stance on it and put it back together. It looks exactly how I want it to look. I'm really happy with this. Luckily for me, the glass is really thick and hard, so I am going to sand it down and get all the scratches off of it. And then the next thing I'm going to do is clear it with the 2K urethane clear. And now we're going to paint it. First thing we're going to do is primer it with some Rust-Oleum Flat Black from a rattle can. I really don't put it on too thick, I just put it on enough to cover everything. And going to do the same with the base. Primer it flat black. So we're going to paint it with nail polish, and I found this purple nail polish at Walmart in the Halloween display section. So what I do is I mix it basically half and half. 1 part urethane reducer and 1 part fingernail polish, whatever color that you like. Then you give her a shake, mix it all up. And we'll spray over that flat black with 40, anywhere from 30 to 40 PSI. And what I like to do is make sure that I just do it even and keep going over it. Fingernail polish has harder in it and it dries really quick, so you have to be careful with how you do it. Nice even strokes all the way through it. I'm also spraying the front and rear valance. And after getting it all detailed out, I'm going to go back over it with some 2K urethane clear, 3 to 4 coats, and make it nice and shiny. It is going to look wet and beautiful when we're done. Just like I was saying earlier, I'm going to put a couple coats of 2K urethane clear on the glass as well, and it'll give us that extra shine that we need. We're going to do a couple more coats on the body and the base, give it that extra shine. Now it's just a matter of putting it all back together. We've got the base here, we put the new wheels on it, got the bumpers done, put the engine on it. We got the interior, didn't do a whole lot with it, just kept it black. And then there's the body with the glass in it. It all turned out really nice. It's got a deep shine to it. I absolutely love this purple. Now we're going to remind you of what we started with. Get this thing on the turntable. It is an Ertl. The car is an actual 1963 C2 Corvette, and it is in poor shape. Torn all the pieces, been played with, very well loved. Please don't forget, if you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, send me a comment, let me know what you think. And this is what we finished with. This is a fingernail polish purple, Halloween special. We got the big engine put in there from that T-bucket. Got her all shined up, ready to go. Like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comments. This was real fun. It's one of my favorite builds to date. Didn't take a whole lot to do and is very satisfying to see the end result.